With the addition of Ketchup now living on my island, I have 5 Peppy Villagers. Some people say that 1 Peppy Villager is one too many. I started with Pom Pom, of course, the fashionista duck, and I just kept going. I got Apple on my island, Bluebear, of course, Mary, and finally, now Ketchup. Now that I have 5 Peppy Villagers living on my island, I am annoyed more than I have ever been in my whole entire life. I mean, this is probably comparable to a 20-year-old being in charge of a whole entire kindergarten class. I mean, this is terrible. I mean, I have never been annoyed so much. So I thought, why not make a bad situation worse and put all 5 of the villagers, all 5 Peppy Villagers, in a square box for 24 hours and see what happens. To make this situation even more fun, rambunctious, and wild, I made a Peppy Villager bingo board. Yeah, right, okay, this is a ridiculous channel, get used to it. And we are going to see how much of the bingo board these Peppy Villagers will fill out throughout the video. So starting off, we have a great conversation between Apple and Pom Pom where they talk about the premier video game event of 2020, the reveal of Gyroid Joe's escape from the Temple of Avocado. And bam! First point on the board, we have Pom Pom who did a beautiful star animation. Next up, we have the amazing Bluebear who could not spend 5 seconds in the same piece of clothing without changing it. Honestly, iconic. You go, Bluebear, the world is your runway, strut it. Now, I thought this was the perfect time to decorate my little platform here for the Peppy Village. I thought, let's make it more bougie, you know they like that. And then all of a sudden, Apple starts luxuriating by the waterside, acting like this is her big Bali vacation of the summer. I'll definitely be taking that off the bingo. So I'm back, getting back to work, making sure this place looks spotless, and then all of a sudden I talk to Ketchup, who's talking to me about how she's all about having fun, but she also loves sitting, so she's gonna have a sit party. Now, this is very woke of Ketchup, 2020 icon. She says, stop the parties, just sit at home and have your own party. Very woke of her, very forward thinking, very corona conscious. But I'm still gonna have to check it off the partying section of the bingo card. We then have this interaction between Apple and Rosie about how they spend their entire day watching concerts and visualizing their success. And to me, I feel like they have way too much on their plate. I mean, what kind of overachievers? This is like Lady Gaga, Oprah, triple threats, you know what I mean? Like, they want it all. They're Sharpay Evans in High School Musical. I want it all, I want it all. So, I don't know, they kind of overwhelm me. And then they start talking about unwavering, and this is when we have our game number 2 of the night. So many times, Peppy Villagers say that they are going to start a band called Unwavering. Time one of my villagers say they're going to make a band called Unwavering, I'm going to add an article of clothing to my outfit. Let's see how warm I am by the end of this video, how many layers I have. I'm going to be looking like I'm going to be marching towards the North Pole. That's how many layers I think I'm going to have. Get your bingo cards out because this conversation's gonna get a little bit pointy because they're gonna start talking about Ketchup and Bluebear. They're like looking at TV and they're singing along. The lyrics are so good. Click, pop, warp, ploink, click, wipe. Like, this sounds like they're like gargling salt water to help a sore throat. I have no idea what they're trying to say here. Anyways, we have a conversation between Mary and Bluebear, and she said, "Are you building roads? You could build a runway for fashion shows. I could strut my stuff for miles." That was too cute to not throw in here, let's be honest. We then have a conversation between Bluebear and Pom Pom, and go back to your bingo cards, folks, because they repeated a conversation. Now, this conversation was not only repeated, but it's the same conversation they had 5 seconds ago about unwavering. Which of course means another layer of clothing. We're going to continue spiraling out of control on this video with adding a little bit of plank. I thought, you know what, these villagers are too far away from each other. It's time they really bond, and I'm going to move up the planks a bit so they can really be in close quarters to hang out and have more conversations and start singing more. It's going to be a lot of fun. When all of a sudden, Ketchup starts swinging around like she's American Airlines, she's Delta Airlines, run into Mexico, run into Canada, wherever airlines go, I don't know. They're all being really cute when all of a sudden Zucker is in the corner just staring us down like, okay man, calm down a little bit. Then Apple and Pom Pom could not resist. Of course, 10 minutes ago, they had the same exact conversation. Literally the same two villagers had the same conversation 10 minutes ago. Look, literally. I mean, come on now. I was like, okay, this can't possibly get any worse, right? They're singing the click point song. Mary and Bluebear are having a conversation. It gets a little scary when all of a sudden, unwavering, again, this is ridiculous. I mean, I'm about to have a full-on meltdown if I hear the word unwavering one more time. Mary then asked me what my favorite comic book is, and I couldn't think of anything on the spot, so I just said Minecraft, okay? Don't blame me. I do want to share that we did fill out another part of our bingo board because they repeated the same conversation again. I mean, this is ridiculous. This can't get any worse, right? Well, Apple and Ketchup talk, and when these two fruits get together, get it? Because Ketchup's tomato and apples, they're both fruits. But of course, when you mash together two red fruits, you get click pop, clink plack poop, or whatever the song is that they keep singing. It's honestly like I'm living in a nightmare that keeps repeating. It's a 30-second nightmare where they sing the same song or call each other unwavering, and then I wake up, it's a nightmare, I go back to sleep, and it happens again. This is never ending. But of course, we have to keep this ship moving along clearly, and Pom Pom and Mary have a brand new conversation where they start going on an Ariana Grande rampage, where they keep saying yeah, 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 yeah. And not only is that 1 point on the board for having an Ariana Grande, but they also get a point on the bingo board because, well, frankly, they just started repeating after each other. They stole each other's catchphrases. I mean, Peppy Villagers are so predictable. I mean, I'm even a Ariana Grande super fan. I mean, go stream Positions on Spotify, her #1 hit single, but I can't even do that all day. They're just spamming yeah yeah at each other. It's getting to a breaking point, right? I'm adding more planks. I mean, when in doubt, just add more planks to the board, right? And Apple is just luxuriating with her juice, so slowly, just enjoying herself. And if we're looking at this bingo board, I mean, ladies and gents, round of applause. If you bought a bingo board, bingo, 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 we have called so many of these squares. Like, I know I've said this a million times, but it can't get any worse, right? But then I realized Mary and Ketchup are talking, and I just know where this conversation's gonna go, and I just want to admit defeat right now. They're talking about how they both own cake shops, and they thought the exact same thing. If you guys know anything about this video, you know what's about to be said. You know the words that are about to be uttered. There you go, unwavering. Are we happy? I'm not. I sure am not happy. I mean, I can't. If I hear this conversation one more time, I think it's the only thing that will ever play in my mind from here on out. We then put a beautiful diner set in the middle of the platform. I thought maybe they can wine and dine. When all of a sudden, Bluebear, honey, are you okay? She keeps walking into the wooden planks. I don't know what's going on there. And, you know, I'm just kind of whatevering it at this point. I'm like, whatever. I mean, whatever happens, happens. And they start to leave. I was putting down the diner set, decorating, and they kept trying to leave. I was like, please stop, don't do it. And Ketchup just starts crying. I'm like, oh no, this whole thing is falling apart. Apple's drinking her juice, Ketchup's crying, Mary's singing and dancing. That's another point for the bingo board if you're still playing along with that. I'm like, this really can't get any worse. Ketchup always looks like she's on the brink of tears. And Mary's talking about how, is the word destined? Are we destined to be together? I'm like, Mary, I don't want to have any commitments with any of you right now. I mean, right now, if I could get rid of all 5 of you and get 5 new villagers, I'd probably press the button. And I love these villagers. I'm probably never getting rid of Pom Pom or Apple. I don't want to get rid of any of them, but if this experience has taught me anything, it's I can't have 5 Peppy Villagers on my island anymore. This is getting out of control. And this, I mean, should I just give up? I mean, what did I see? Oh, is it click, plank, pink, pack, boom, gyroid conversation? I can basically I've basically become an actor who has learned the script of the Peppy Villagers, and I can just say their sentences and conversations for them now. Mary's singing, she's having this beautiful jazz performance in the middle of this platform. She's serenading the rest of the Peppy Villagers. It's kind of bringing us to a nice little close where I think we can finally put the past behind us, right? And right when I was about to say, you all can leave, they had the unwavering conversation. I just stopped it right there. I knew it was coming. They kept talking about how, OMG, I have the same life as you, and I knew unwavering was coming. I just had to put an end to it right then and there. To everyone who loves Peppy Villagers, I am right there with you. But maybe, just like everything in life, they're best in moderation. 1 Peppy Villager, maybe 2. I can already tell that 5 Peppy Villagers on my island will be a disaster. And if you want to see how this disaster plays out on my channel, make sure to comment down below your favorite Peppy Villager that lives on my island. I want to see who your favorites are, and keep watching my wild Animal Crossing videos by clicking the playlist right in front of you. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.